everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my Sephora recommendations for the sale, promotion, event, whatever they're calling it. The time that we all love to shop. And I did makeup already, and then this video is going to be everything else. Hair, skincare, tools, all that kind of stuff. Keep looking in the little camera thing, little viewfinder or whatever it's called. And I'm like, I look like I'm going on a little bit of a safari. But I have my little vest on today with it's like a little bit chilly, so I wanted a vest on, and it's got this cute little military vest, but I look at it and I was like, I look like I'm going on safari. All right, let's get into the products. I talk about it every video, so there's a lot of stuff here that I talk about before. You're never gonna get a Sephora recommendations video out of me with everything new that I've never talked about before. I just don't think that's gonna happen, because I have to be using it long enough for me to recommend it. So sadly, a lot of this stuff is, you've heard before, but I have some new things that you haven't heard about a lot, like a ton, and maybe one or two things that I haven't talked about at all yet. I've hit you with some new stuff in the makeup video. I'm gonna hit you with some new stuff in the skincare video. So, well, let's first start with the product I always talk about, the T3 World Trio. If there's any time to splurge on it, this is the time. Yes, it's worth the investment. I love it. It's what I use pretty much every day. Been using it for years. I bought it about 3 years ago when my curling iron just died, and I was like, I don't want to spend that kind of money. And then I did, and I was like, oh, it's nice. Heats up really fast. My curls stay intact. I think that also has something to do with your hair, though. So if your hair does not hold a curl, I don't think that's curling iron related. Sometimes it could just be your hair. My hair is naturally wavy, so it does hold a curl. In fact, my hair was naturally very, very curly when I was growing up. If you knew me in high school, or early in college, or early my days in New York, you would have seen I had tight ringlet hair. It's slowly kind of I guess relaxed over the years. I don't know whether because I blow it out so much or whatnot, but I do have more curly texture. So that's always a win. I love that curling iron. Let's talk about a few other hair products. I think I only have 2 here. The shampoo and conditioner that I have been using. The Kerastase Nutritive Bon Satin 1 for normal to slightly dry hair. I don't have dry roots. I have oily roots and dry ends, but this does not weigh my hair down. This is very light, so it does nourish my roots or nourish the ends of my hair, but doesn't weigh my roots down. Love that. And then the La Vital by Kerastase Nutritive, and this is the conditioner. Very lightweight, but once again, nourishes my ends. I don't put conditioner up here because, like I said, I don't need it. But I've just been loving the combo. It's been making my hair very hydrated, very smooth, but very bouncy and not weighing it down. I don't need a lot of intensive hair stuff. I need things that are kind of just add some moisture, but still very lightweight and just basic every day. Though I don't wash my hair every day. But I don't need really intensive moisture masks or those sorts of things, or really intensive hair treatments, because it's just my hair will just literally be flat against my head, because any type of real weight to a product will instantly go to my scalp, and then it looks just greasy and gross, no matter how much dry shampoo I use. That's the only hair stuff. Then I have one fragrance that was in my recent favorites video, but I just kind of introduced it, the Erin Aegea Blossom. I love Erin fragrances. My number 1 is Rose de Grace. That may be my number 1 fragrance of all time. I do really, really, really love that fragrance. And if you want to splurge, that is the fragrance to splurge on. This is it's a watery floral. This is her newest launch. Not very powdery, not very sweet. This is a spring and summer fragrance, so this isn't fall and winter. And like I said, very fresh, very watery, with a hint of floral to it. Very nice. Then we've got the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Facial Toner. I love it. I've gone countless bottles. It just really gives my skin a nice burst of moisture, and it's very calming, very soothing. I've tried some other toners that kind of are supposed to calm or soothe, and I'm always just kind of meh. This, I can feel it. I can instantly feel my skin kind of like calm down. And it feels, sometimes after I cleanse my skin, if there's any tightness, I'll use that and it just, my skin can almost move again. It feels so, just like a shot of moisture right into the skin. So love that. As far as exfoliating toners, I am really still enjoying the Liquid Exfoliate by Kate Somerville. So if you are a Kate Somerville fan and you already love her Exfoliate, her kind of really strong scrub that she's known for, I don't love many scrubs, but that one is very good. That one will really get everything off your skin. There'll be no texture left. This is a triple acid resurfacing treatment. So it's like a toner, an acid toner. I use it on a cotton pad. After I've cleansed, I use this and then maybe a face mist and just swipe it over the skin. I don't find it to be very intense. So I can use it nightly and I don't get any type of irritation. But if you're new to it, any type of acids or that sort of thing, always patch test, like back here, down here on your neck, and then try it one night and then try it maybe 5 nights later just to see if you need to build up to it. That's a really great one. A step up from that, I think, with how it feels on my skin, and I'm so excited because they're now in the US. I showed on Instagram that they launched Alpha H Liquid Gold is now on Sephora, US. That's very exciting. It is a very popular product out of Australia, and it is a toner, glycolic acid toner, like they call it a treatment, but I use it as a toner, and it's like a cult classic. Like people swear by this stuff, and it is fantastic. I find it a little bit stronger than the Kate Somerville, but I can use it nightly, and you just put a little bit on a cotton pad and swipe over the skin. And it says every alternate evening. Well, I can use it every evening, but I would say stick with every alternate evening. Well, I probably actually don't use it maybe 7 days a week. So maybe I use it 5 nights a week. So that's, well, maybe alternating. But I don't find any irritation, any redness from this, but it really helps to resurface the skin and really, tackle any fine lines, any texture on the skin. It's just a wonderful, wonderful exfoliating toner and product in general. And all right, so those are, I'm going to save the 2 products I haven't talked about before to the end. For sunscreens, we're going into spring and summer. The 2 that I recommend, I really love this Supergoop Unseen. Talked about this last year. It's a clear sunscreen, so it comes out clear and has almost like a mattifying feel to the skin. So it has like slight slip to it, like silicone feel, but it doesn't feel suffocating on the skin. There's a lot of products that slip to it, but then when it's on my skin, I'm like, can I move my face? You know that feeling when you're like, it's on your face and you're like, it's almost as you can peel it right off. That's what that silicone feel feels like. This does not feel like that. And I also love that it is clear. So any skin tone can use this and it works perfectly, and it's SPF 40. And then the Tatcha Pore Perfecting Sunscreen. This is a great makeup primer. Does great to mattify the skin, but also works beautifully under makeup. It's only SPF 35. Do wish they'd make a higher SPF, but it just kind of blurs imperfections too. It's just a wonderful, wonderful sunscreen, but also works beautifully under makeup, almost as a makeup primer. Yeah, I still love these. The Hum Beauty Sleep Aid. I mean, I had to talk about this because I've recommended it before and they're sold at Sephora and I use them every night. It's melatonin and B6, I think. And I have a hard time going to sleep and it just works wonders for me. Take one, 20 minutes later, I start to get kind of like groggy and sleepy, and then I go right to sleep. And I stay asleep and I don't wake up feeling groggy or, like dazed or anything. It's wonderful. I think I'm on my I don't know what bottle I am, but I'm multiple bottles. I use it every single night. This is my backup bottle because I have my other bottle in my nightstand right next to my bed. I love it. But some people said they had to take a few to feel it. I don't. I just take one and I feel it. But, it's up to you. Some people it will work for, maybe some people it won't. But for me, I've tried a lot of different things. Not like any prescription, like over-the-counter stuff. Valerian root tea, Z-Quill, and like nothing really worked or was very comfortable. Like I always just felt either drugged or I don't know, I just didn't like it. But this is like a comfortable relaxation feeling, I feel. And then the Origins Ginseng Eye Cream. This and the Tatcha Eye Pearl, I chose both of these because I really love both. And they have, each one has pigmentation to it, so it can be used to kind of conceal dark circles and kind of brighten under the eyes while also being a treatment. That being said, if I had to pick which one I like better, I do like the Tatcha better. This is more sheer, so the pigmentation, it doesn't really conceal. I mean, both are under eye treatments. They're not necessarily concealers, but this conceals better, the Tatcha. I really see it brighten up, where this is much more sheer, the Origin's much more sheer. However, this is easier to apply because it's much more sheer. You can put it on the eye, you know, pat it in. This, if you use too much, it will start to pill and it will look funky. We've talked about this before. So the smallest amount. And I use these before makeup during my skincare step. I don't use them as a concealer. But I love them on days where I'm not wearing anything. I just kind of want to give my under eye area a little bit of a fresh look. I really love both of these. They're a different price point. And personally, like I said, I like the Tatcha because it really conceals under the eye. I mean, the pigmentation is quite strong. It's not, you know, like a Too Faced or whatever, my Too Faced Born This Way, but it does really help to brighten under the eyes. This is very hydrating though. It's much more hydrating than the Tatcha, I will say that. Next, the Ren Skincare AHA Smart Renewal Body Serum. This is fantastic. I love it because it is a retexturizing serum, an exfoliating body serum, so it tackles like any rough texture, like behind your arms, like underneath here, you can get that kind of called chicken skin. It's really great for helping with that. And it's great for also dry skin because it helps to naturally exfoliate. Just kind of improves the tone, the texture of the skin, kind of makes your skin a little radiant. I don't know. I have just loved this. Oh, so it's lactic acid to gently exfoliate, a probiotic extract to strengthen skin's barrier, and then something to help plump and smooth. I just use it as is. I don't even need to use anything on top of it. And it's just really lovely. I've tried some exfoliating body products before, and but this one, it does a good job, but I don't feel like it's too intense. Like my skin doesn't tingle or anything. Some body creams I've used before, I'll put them like if I have a nick from shaving or something. Oh my gosh, this is not as intense as that, which I like. And okay, so I've got the last three products. One I've talked about before, the other two I have not yet. The Drunk Elephant Slay Makeup Melting Butter Cleanser. And I really did enjoy this. And I love the little magnetized little piece on top. So you have the scoop to take out the product and you can just put it right back on top because who loses those scoops? I don't know. I have scoops all around the house. I have no idea where they go. It's like a sock. I can never find it. Like we always have one sock that's missing. I always have like one scoop that's missing. So I don't lose it. It's a very creamy texture, not too oily, not too thick. I feel like it falls right in between. Does a good job of removing makeup, does a good job of taking off my mascara, and I just really have been enjoying it. I love their Bestie Cleanser, though. I love that as well, but this is a really great new launch from them, and I would highly recommend if you've been looking at it, now is a great time to try it. 2 new products from Tatcha. And I've been testing out the Violet C Brightening Serum, the Vitamin C Serum. I really enjoy it. The texture is very, very liquidy, clear, and runny. And I thought, I was like, oh, when I first pumped it onto my hand and it was kind of like runny, I was like, is it going to be sticky? No, not sticky at all. Soaks right into the skin, wears beautifully under makeup. So I have really been enjoying this from Tatcha. I just use it in the morning. And then the Dewy Skin Cream. This is for dry skin. I don't have exceptionally dry skin, but my skin can get somewhat dry. And it's thick, but has, I don't know, some slip to it. And it's incredibly hydrating. It feels like it's just like absorbing immediately into my skin when I put it on. I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Sometimes you like massage, creams into the skin, and I don't know, maybe it feels like it's like just sitting on the skin and it has a few minutes to soak in. No, this instantly absorbs and does wonders for helping reduce redness. I put it on my skin and my skin was a little red from, my skincare routine. Sometimes as I'm like, massaging my skin, it will just get a little red. I put this on, I looked in the mirror and I was like, whoa, my skin just looks like even, smooth, calm, like the redness was gone. And I have really enjoyed this. And like I said, I have normal to combination skin. So I think if you have dry skin, you're really going to enjoy it. But I think if you have somewhat combination skin, this could be really lovely. It's very hydrating and it doesn't get shiny. It doesn't make my skin extra oily, extra greasy throughout the day because I tried it in the morning and in the evening. And I really loved it. And tons of Tatcha recommendations in today's video. Got the serum, the dewy cream, the eye pearl, the sunscreen. Loving so much from her right now. And that's it. Those are all of my everything else recommendations. Got the makeup video, and then this is skincare, hair, supplements, everything else. So I'm going to link everything that I talked about down below, as well as all the details for the sale. I will be sharing what I get from the sale in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.